Learning to cut the back of your head isn't just a skill. It's a test of patience, trust, and slowing down enough to see what you usually avoid. At first, it will feel impossible. No angles make sense, one mirror doesn't help, but positioning your hands is probably the trickiest part. I was able to break it down into smaller steps by focusing on one side at a time. And that right there showed me that it became less about cutting and more about trusting myself. So why is the back the hardest part to cut? Obviously, it's because you can't see anything. And we can fix this by having multiple mirrors. I'm gonna show you 2 ways on how you can accomplish this. One, using a 2 mirror setup, and one, using a 3 mirror setup. For the 2 mirror setup, I typically use my bathroom because there's already a mirror in the bathroom that you have right above your sink usually. Hopefully you have one right above your sink as well. But with this, you can't see the back still. So you're gonna need to be able to get one of those mirrors that you can hang onto the door. Now with the way the mirrors are positioned in the bathroom, I have one in front of me and one behind me. With the one behind me, I'm able to adjust the mirror by moving the door. So you're going to look into the front mirror, which looks into the reflection of the back mirror, which gives you the reflection of the back of your head. Now this rule also applies the same for doing the other side. But one thing you might notice is that you can only really see half of your head, and that is perfectly fine. What makes cutting the back a little easier is when you split the back into 2, the left side and the right side. When you focus in on one side first, it is much easier to cut since you can see that one area without having to turn around and adjust the mirror for the other side. The 3-way mirror is practically the same thing. It's just this time you can see way closer compared to the 2-way mirror. You're not really going to use the middle facing part. You're going to use the right side and the left side only. You're going to want to stand in the middle and adjust both the left and the right side in order to see the back of your hair. This might take some playing around with the mirrors in order to get that right angle, but once you do, you should be able to see that entire left side or that entire right side. If you're looking to get either of these 2 products, I have an Amazon link down in my description where you can purchase it right there. So now I'm gonna show you how to cut the back of your hair by giving a small little taper tutorial. If you want a more in-depth type of tutorial, I have plenty across my channel. Be sure to check those out. Before I begin, remember that we're splitting the back into 2 halves, the right side and the left side. I'm going to be working on the right side first. When working with the 2-way mirror, I have the door mirror angled so that when I'm looking into that mirror, I'm looking into the reflection of the other mirror, which is giving me the reflection of the back of my head. I'm going to use my liners to start making the bald line, and because I'm working on the right side, I'm going to use my right hand. Just makes it a little bit easier. When setting this bald line, I'm just going to go straight across, starting in the middle, and only going on the right side. I'm going to clean up any hair that is left from the bottom of that guideline that I just made. I'm gonna go in with my wall magic clips next with the lever completely open and no guard, and I'm gonna go up about 1/2 inch. This is setting in my next guideline, and I'm gonna stop when I get to the middle again because I'm only working on 1/2 of this right now. Now somewhere in between, I'm gonna close the lever and use the corners to get rid of that bottom line. It's very faint. It's not gonna take too much to get this line out, but as you can see, I'm holding the clipper kind of like it is a pencil, kind of like you're drawing, but instead of drawing, you're erasing, because that's what we're doing right now. We're erasing the line. Next, we're gonna go in with our 1 guard with the lever all the way open as well, and we're gonna make another 1/2 inch guideline going up. When we get to the top, we're gonna flick out a little bit because we don't wanna cut too deep into the little fro that I have going on. I want this to blend into the fro and not create like a mushroom muffin top type of thing. We're not going for that type of look. Just make sure when you're doing the back to take your time. Make sure that you have the hand motion of cutting down, especially when you're looking into 2 reflections in a way. It can get kind of confusing because of this. So I would suggest before even cutting your hair, just kind of get used to the motions of looking into both of the mirrors and having your hand behind your head. We're gonna close the lever and we're gonna soften up that line that it created at the bottom. This is not going to take out the line completely. We're going to have to go in with the half guard with the lever halfway or closed and using the corners to flick out at that bottom line. I like using it halfway just as like a precaution type of thing. Sometimes when I flick out with it closed, it cuts a little too much, and I'm not trying to take the risk with that because it's the back. The back is already hard enough itself, and you're telling me if I mess up, it's going to be even harder to fix that mess up. Next, we're going in with the 2 guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm trying to emphasize the flick out motion to show y'all that you are going to have to flick out with the 2. If you cut in and if you dig in too deep with the 2, it's going to create a weird shape that I'm not trying to go for. Like I said before, I'm trying to blend the fro into the taper. So in order to do so, I'm going to have to flick out so that it creates that gradual transition between the 2. I go in with the 2 with the grain to debulk any hair that is sticking out. Sometimes the back and around the ear area, you can see that it starts to stick out and not actually give out that blowout effect. So in order to keep that, I go in with the 2 guard with the grain to debulk it down a little bit. Next, we're going in with the 1.5 guard with the lever halfway as well. The same thing about the half guard applies to the 1.5 guard for me, where I think it just cuts too much when it's closed, and halfway I find that sweet spot in the way. Granted, I do have to go in and detail a little bit with the 1 guard open and the 1.5 guard closed for this line, but when the lever is halfway, I find that it gives me a good baseline in order to go in and detail it as I please. And as you can see, the taper is coming along pretty well. Now all we have to do is just line up the neckline, which is my favorite part because it brings the whole neck taper all together. And for that, I'm gonna go in with the Bevel Trimmer SE. These are not modified at all. These just hit like one tap and go. And I'm keeping this neckline as natural as possible. I don't want it to be the sharpest because that means I would have to push the neckline back a little bit, but I'm fine with that. I'm liking these natural type of looks, these natural type of cuts with the shorter hair. I go down first before going around the ear. And when you're going around the ear, you want to treat it like a pencil again, and you're just kind of carving in that shape. You want to go in a round circular motion, and I like to stop when I get to a point where I can't really see what's next. So then I go in with the trimmer from the front of the ear side in order to connect that curve with the rest of the taper on the side. Now, you're gonna apply the same thing to the other side. In this, I'm using the 3-way mirror, and the only big difference is that I can see a lot closer. It is the same exact steps as applied before, but this time I'm using my left hand. I'm a righty, so naturally, my right hand is gonna be a bit more easier and comfortable to use, but over the past few years, I've been learning how to use my left hand. When I first started using my left hand, it would take a bit longer because it's my left hand. I'm not really used to using it, but over time I got better. And now my left hand can complete the left side at the same speed that the right hand completes the right side. You can't expect to be really good at it from the start. It's one of those things that takes time through practice, repetition, cutting your hair over and over and over and improving on your previous mistakes. This is why it's low-key important to take pictures of your cuts so that you can see the areas you excelled on and the areas that need improvement. I like to use the 3-way mirror specifically on the lineup parts because it gives me that close-up look. When fading, however, I like to use the 2-way mirror as I'm able to see a bit more of an area compared to the 3-way mirror, as the 3-way mirror is a little too up close. It leads me to ask myself, what is harder for me? Trusting what I feel in the moment or needing to see everything perfectly from every angle? Am I rushing to fix what I can't fully see, or am I slowing down, adjusting my hands, learning the shape from within? The 2-way mirror gives you a wider view. You see the full picture, the shape, the blend. The 3-way mirror, it's up close, sharp, better for precision, but less context. The 2-way mirror is better for trusting your rhythm, while the 3-way mirror is better for trusting your focus. Cutting the back of your head is like growth. You rarely see it happening all at once, but every small step, patient movement, whether you're feeling your way through or locking in on details, it adds up to something clean, something real. That leads me to ask y'all, which method fits your mindset right now? Do you need the bigger picture to guide your flow? Or are you in a season where it's all about the details and discipline? Drop a comment on what kind of mirror you'll be using to cut the back of your head. Are you feeling more of a wide view or up close? I want to hear how you're learning to trust yourself, cut by cut. It's been Nathan Xavier, and I'm going to see y'all next Saturday.